Well, while I was off having fun on my vacation, Jamie was killing it in week 4. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with me. Like I was saying, Jamie really killed it during week 4. As you remember last week's update, that Jamie was just coming back from his vacation, and then I was indicating that I was going on vacation. Well, Jamie and I had talked about, like the first 3 weeks going a little slower than what, we expected, but, he said, week 4, let's step it up, let's go for it. So we agreed that he was going to stay at 20 grams of carbs or less and make sure that he was on point with his tracking. And boy, did he do it. So every day while I was on my vacation, when I was up drinking my coffee, I'd look and check and see how his numbers, and every day I was just amazed at wow, okay. I'm starting to see some pretty interesting things here. So, weight, we said we're not going to tell you what his weight is until we see him next week, which is our week 5 update where we sit back down. But, his blood glucose numbers are just like more than headed. I mean, I was going to say headed in the right direction, but they're for sure headed in the right direction. But wow, they're looking really, really impressive. And I will tell you that they are in the low 100s like almost the entire week. And if, when we share with you kind of like where they started at, you're going to be like, wow, that is impressive. His ketones are also starting to go up now, which is also, headed in the right direction. So these are things that we want to see. So, and his tracking was on point, and his weight it's just all going to be amazing when you guys get to sit down with us next week and go over all this. I also noticed when I was logging in that there looks to be a couple of fasts in here. I know he had some accidental fasting, prior to, week 4. And what I mean by accidental is like, oh, I had no problem going to lunch. I didn't even realize, and that's usually an indicator that you're ready for fasting. But Jamie apparently wanted to try some fasting. So, and we're going to see that when you see his update video here.
Hello, Jamie here. Just wanted to make a quick update. Had a really successful week this week. Hit a few new milestones. Can't wait to share all those with you next week. I tried fasting this week. I did 2 24-hour fasts. I was really nervous about it the first one. It went really well and I had really good results after the fast, so I went ahead and a couple days later did a second one, and really look forward to sharing the results with you next week.
I thought that was a great update video from Jamie. As you can see in there that he was indicating that he wanted to try some fasting, and he was a little nervous at first, but once he pulled the band-aid off and did that first longer fast, which is the 1 meal a day, which is called OMAD, his nervousness went away. So he also tried another one on Thursday, and that was exactly the things I was seeing when I was logging in and checking. So I honestly was just really impressed to see him doing that. So we did touch base a couple times over that week. Like I said, I would log in and kind of check his things out, and then we'd have some text back and forth. But man, Jamie, you really killed it for week 4. All right, so what are the plans for week 5? Well, last week I'd indicated that we probably would be maybe looking at changing the macros or something, so we'd be more keto aligned. We decided to go ahead and keep them the same. So right now his goals for week 5 technically are 20 carbs or less, just like week 4, and also to stay on point with his tracking, which he is doing fantastic with both. Now, what about the macros? Well, we're going to definitely address that when we do our sit down this coming week, so we'll be looking at that. But just to give you a heads up, looking at the numbers that I see him logging, he's already trending towards that higher fat that we need. So that's one reason why I wasn't too concerned about adding it in this week. All right, don't forget to check us out next week, because that's when Jamie comes back over and we sit down and we go through everything in detail and then talk about his next set of goals. So please take time to like and subscribe so you can continue to get updates on Jamie. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Just remember, nobody's perfect. Be a coach and not a critic, and take care, folks.